Hey everyone, it's Stuart here. I'm going to have to talk insanely fast for this video, sorry, because I only have 5 minutes to record it. But that's actually a win for you guys because you're going to get all this value in such a short amount of time. And I'll just show you exactly how I would personally restart my agency or SMMA or freelance brand scaling company, whatever you want to call it, it's the same thing. And how I'd do it from scratch if mine exploded or vanished into thin air. And by the end of this, you'll know how to either start your own if you haven't done that yet or improve your current agency. So, how I'd restart my agency from scratch in the year 2025. First, I would structure my service, my niche, and my offer. So what service will I provide? Is it meta ads, SEO, website development, AI automation? You decide that, and the good way to decide that is asking yourself some simple questions, such as what are you already good at? Can you already build good websites? Are you already experienced with AI? And you want to lead towards the service that you're already good with, because that gives you a huge advantage when it comes to learning. And then next, what is a problem businesses struggle with and how can it be fixed? So you have to find a problem that businesses struggle with and how can you fix it in a different and better way than everybody else. So you can't just be offering generic Facebook ads to businesses and expecting good results. You're going to get generic results because this isn't 2016 anymore. It just does not work like that. Next, which niche will you target? Is it going to be real estate, auto detailing, roofing, window installation companies, etc., etc.? And when selecting your niche, keep these things in mind. Who needs your help? So, do roofers need websites? Probably, because they're less tech savvy. Do solar companies need websites? Probably not, because they're more tech savvy. And then what type of businesses are you passionate about helping? So, are you a car guy? If so, maybe work with auto detailing companies because you're going to have a lot of passion with them and it's going to be easier for you to help them. And then next, which businesses might not be outreach to as much as others? So, maybe real estate companies, well, they definitely are cold called probably hundreds of times more every day than septic tank services who clean out poop from tanks, because no one wants to work with septic tank services. But that's actually a good opportunity for you to jump in and say, hey, if they don't want to work with them, I will, and I'll get that advantage of not having to deal with all the other competition, and then I'll still provide good results for them. Warning, keep your niche specific. No one wants to work with a company that offers their services to all local businesses. You're just not going to get good results for them, and they're not going to trust you. Then finally, when you're making your offer, you need this. You need a free trial implemented into it. So you need to be able to get clients quickly and get testimonials quickly with that free trial. And then you need a genuine and honest approach, a human approach. You can't just be saying, be all scammy and everything. You have to actually sound legit, explain them your situation. I'm a new agency. I'm offering this free trial to show what I can do for you guys and maybe get a testimonial out of it. And then you need the ability to provide incredible results to your clients. So before you do any of this, actually learn the service you want to provide. Everyone tries to jump in without actually knowing, how to run Facebook ads or how to build websites. Learn the service before you try to offer it. And then next, establish your branding. So make a name. I use ChatGPT for this. I made this quick example name, Wattflow, for electrician-based lead gen company. Then make a logo. Don't make it all crazy and terrible like this one. Make it simple and creative. Look at this Freedom one. The little M is broken and it's a bird flying away. And I created this on Canva in literally 20 seconds. It's not the best, but it took 20 seconds. And then set up the social medias, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. And then build a good website. You don't have to, but you should, because what happens when you're on a call with a client and they ask what your website is, and you tell them you don't have one, boom, trust down through the floor. And then what outreach method will you choose? My recommendation is not choosing just one of these. I would combine 2 or 3 of them so you have a multi-channel outreach system. So you can maybe start with emails, then do a warm call approach, or maybe do cold SMS and transfer it into DMs and emails. Just do them all because you never know where your clients are hanging out. And then also, you can always switch this later on. You don't have to just stick with cold calls if you start with it. And I would recommend cold calls for sure because it helps you learn the valuable skill of sales. But yeah, volume negates luck and it negates the possibility of not getting clients. So if you're struggling to get clients, double or even triple if you're like that, your outreach. So if you're doing 100 cold emails a day, which isn't enough, do 200 or 300. Same goes for all the other outreach methods. Volume is so important. Now, finally, you have a clear idea of exactly what you need to do. The simple tip of the iceberg basics to getting your agency up and running. So take action, please. Don't just watch this video and do nothing. That's the worst thing you could do. And now you no longer have the excuse of saying, how do I start? That's the worst question of all time. People know how they start. They're just trying to cope so they don't have to start as fast. And yeah, this is exactly what I would do if I had to restart. Join the free Discord if you're interested. There's tons of young entrepreneurs in there, in the same situation that you are. I'll answer questions, and peace.